Today I'm going to show you my fix for the Savage 93 WMR and 17 HMR magazine. The problem I have is right here. When you load them in, you can see how the bullet is basically flat. This is sticking up too far, doesn't want to take and release real easy, and this is the way the bullets should look after my fix. You can see the difference with the bullet angling upward more. The back part right here is down, and they come out real easy like they should. Okay, we have to take the magazine apart, which means removing this bottom plate here. And what I like to do is I like to put it in the vise like this. Not real tight. And then what you want to do is tap on the bottom plate at the end just to release it. Just like that. Doesn't take much, and you don't want to get too carried away. You want to keep that plate on because right now it's spring loaded. So I'm going to keep my thumb across the plate here, take that off, remove the spring, and then the follower. That's the part you're after. Okay, using my calipers here, you can see the follower with these guide legs right here. Hard to see, but they're tapered inward. And by taking my calipers here, let's get a background in here. You can see, try and rotate that for you. You can see how they're bent in. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a heat gun, and we're going to take right here, and we're going to heat that up to about 200 degrees, and we're just going to take and pull this guy back this way a little bit. Then when it cools down, it'll take a set and it'll stay straight. What happens is when these are in the magazine with these legs like so, is it allows this to rock in here, and as you're loading it tends to rock the front down, and instead of being like this, orienting the bullet in the correct position, it takes and goes down like this, and the back end ends up being too high and the front end, of course, too low. Okay, so this is my heat gun, and what I do is I set it on low, and then we're going to heat up this portion here, the back side. We're going to take and heat that up to about 200 degrees. You don't want to get too carried away. I got my laser thermometer here. I like that laser point on there because I can dial it in right where I want to see where the heat is, and we'll heat that up to around 200 degrees. Then we'll take a pair of pliers and we'll take and bend that ever so slightly until it is straight, or just maybe a little bit beyond straight. Here we go. Okay, we're at about 160, 180. And we're at about 200. Put this here. Let's see that, 207. Now I take my pliers and we're just going to have that guy angled up. You don't want to get too carried away. Like I say, you want it to be just straight, or a little bit beyond straight is probably preferred. And I also like taking the pliers here because it acts as a heat sink and will actually help cool this. Give it a little finger tap here. See how we're doing? Good. Alright. As you can see, that's on an angle now, but it will relax some once it goes in. And if you get it too far, you can reheat it and get it straight. Just beware, you get over 200 degrees and you can start melting the plastic, which you could end up ruining your follower here. Okay, we'll do the other side. And this side being smaller, it doesn't take as long to heat up. Okay, there we are, 200. And just a little bit. And then hold it there because the pliers will act as that heat sink and help cool it down. There you go, you can see it's slanted upward a bit. But now we'll go and we'll test it in the magazine and make sure that it slides in and goes up and down easy. Okay, now we're going to reassemble this in, and we'll get that lined up as straight as we can here. Put it in, take my screwdriver, and yeah, that goes up and down smoothly, and that's what you want. If it gets hung up or if it's too hard, you can squeeze those legs together a little bit and get it to work. I've never had to reheat one, but I try not to get too carried away. Also with the spring here, I like to take, and this one's pretty equal, but some of these springs, they have one end here that's more angled than the other, and this one here probably looks like it's more angled. This one looks flatter, and I like to take and put this end here against your wide end of your follower. Don't know if it makes a difference, but I just like to do that. Okay, that goes on. Get your spring in there. I'm going to take and put that on. And just a couple of light taps to seat it. And you can hear it when it seats. Okay, now we'll check our work here. I like to take and press down on the back end here just to make sure that the follower stays oriented. It's not too bad until you get to, probably number 7 or number 8 here. This is a 10 round magazine. And here's number 10. Okay, now you can see that bullet is at a much better angle here than what it was before. And we'll check it out here. Yeah. They all come out pretty easy. It gets easier as you go on, but that's any magazine. And there you have it. Thanks for watching.